easy go. You're an unfading star.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another reading vlog. I'm not sure if this is going to be like a mood reading vlog or like a TBR takedown or just like a cozy reading vlog. We'll find out. We'll find out as the video progresses. It is Sunday, so as you guys know, every Sunday, almost every Sunday, Mum and I go to a cafe and we sort of just sit and read together because that's just how a Sunday should be spent, in my opinion. So we are just about to go out. I'm just waiting for her to get off a phone call. And I've brought a couple of books with me just because I am in the biggest sort of mood reading vibe. Like I don't know what I'm in the mood for. So I'm just gonna bring as many options with me because one of them is gonna hit. One of them will hit. So I've got my little tote bag. It says if I can't take my book, I'm not going, and valid, very valid. So I've packed Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillis. This is the second book in the Shepherd King duology, and I'm on page 195, which is chapter 27. And I am really enjoying it. I started it a few days ago, but it's just going in a different direction to what I thought. And I'm not mad at the direction it's going in. It's just, if you've read this, you may also have been a bit like, oh, okay, like interesting, but I'm not mad at it. I'm actually really liking the different point of views that we're getting in this book. I can't say too much because it's the second book in a series, so it's just, you know, it would spoil it. I'm not mad. I am definitely enjoying where it's going. It just kind of took me by surprise, if that makes sense. I'm gonna pack this with me. I've only got like, I'm pretty much halfway through, and this is on my June TBR. So I do want to finish this today because it is the last day of June. And then I'm also going to bring Portrait of a Scotsman by Evie Dunmore. This is in the, what's it called? League of Extraordinary Women series. It's like an interconnected standalone series. There's 4 books out so far. I've read Bringing Down the Duke and I loved that one so much. And this one I feel like I might even love more just because of the sort of premise in this book and the different interests that the characters have. I'll talk a little bit more about it. But when I was looking at the cover, Emily Henry has given this book praise. It says Pulls on Every Heartstring Perfection by Emily Henry. When I was reading it, I was a bit like, what are you doing here? I didn't know Emily Henry was like a historical romance girly, so that was kind of exciting. I was like, hey girly. Anyways, I started this just last night and I'm on chapter 6, which is page 56, and I'm really enjoying this one so far. So main girl Hattie, she is like an art history lover. She loves art and loves art history, and she paints a lot. This is set in 1880s, and at that time, you know, women can't really experience much. You can't even go anywhere without being chaperoned. Women can't really travel. Like, you know, you're sort of confined to your home, and I don't think any great artist has ever produced something without having experience. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what are you gonna do? Just sit in your home all day and not see the world and produce amazing art? Most likely not. So yes, what I'm trying to say is that she loves art and she loves art history, but because she's a woman, she's sort of limited to what she can produce. She loves to paint, but she obviously can't paint anything too risky, or she doesn't have a lot of experience to kind of conjure up something from her experience. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? The main guy, he is Scottish, and she is the daughter of his sort of business rival. He's in finance and investing. And so when he sees her, he's sort of like, this could be a really good business opportunity for me to court her. And so from what I know, that's kind of what's happening so far. I'm not sure if it's going to be like an arranged marriage sort of thing. I'm going to find out. I'm only quite early on, but I'll let you guys know how it goes. But it's very good so far. I'm really enjoying the writing. I'm also gonna bring my Kindle just because why not? And then I'm also gonna bring this little pocket Sudoku. Is it Sudoku or Sudoku? I'm not sure. Just because I might wanna like listen to an audiobook and do this. I really like doing this. It's very good for your brain. And I started listening to the first book in the Last Hour series, which is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I'm only like at the very beginning of chapter 3 and I'm really enjoying it. Like really enjoying it. So I might be in the mood to listen to this because this is what I'm in the mood for most but I do think I should try to finish 2 Twisted Crowns. I'm not sure. Honestly, we'll find out once I get to the cafe. I'm just gonna read whatever I'm in the mood for. Enough of me talking, let's go to the cafe and do some reading. Hi guys, so reading update. I'm now on page 275 of 2 Twisted Crowns. So I read about 80 pages since like earlier today. I've only got 125 pages to go until I finish this. It is getting better. I'm still not like, I'm not loving it. Same with the first one, like I didn't love it, but I really enjoyed it. You know, I think this will be like it's probably looking like a 3.75 star so far. The ending might change it, it might bring it up, it might bring it down, who knows. But yeah, sort of 3.75 star vibes. I'm just gonna listen to my audiobook now, which is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare, just because I want to color in and listen to an audiobook. I don't know why, I'm really in the mood. So I've got coloring in book, and I've got coloring in felt tips, and then gel pens.
Easy come and easy go. You're an unfading star, a gentle love, the kind that lifts you up, no matter how far apart. I guess you could call it chance, but we know it's more than that. It's like we've
Good coffee. So few reading updates. I'm back home now. I was at Mum's house before, now I'm back in my home. I ended up finishing Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is the second book in the Shepherd King duology. I'm trying to figure out if I liked it more than the first one or not, and I really can't seem to figure it out. I'm like struggling to pinpoint how I feel about it, because on one hand I did really enjoy it and I really enjoyed the writing and I enjoyed the characters and I did really enjoy it. But on the other hand, I have a feeling that once I put this book away, I'm never gonna think of these characters or this book ever again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a bit conflicting because I did enjoy it. Like, I had a good time reading the first one, I had a good time reading the second one, but I just know for a fine fact that I will never think of these characters again and that they won't really be very memorable for me. I just don't know what to rate it because of that. I think I'm gonna give this one a 3.75, and I know a lot of people liked the second one more than the first one, and to some degrees I did. I really did enjoy a lot of elements in the second one, but it kind of didn't give me what I wanted from the first one. I really can't say too much, again, because it's a second book. I don't want to spoil you guys if you haven't yet read it. I did really enjoy it and I'm very happy I've finished the Shepherd King duology. It was a very good series. Definitely like a solid 3.75 or solid 4-star series. I do really enjoy it, but it's just not memorable for me. I don't think it's gonna make an impact, if you guys know what I mean. And then have I read any more of Portrait of a Scotsman since I last spoke to you guys? I don't think I have. I'm still on chapter 6, which is page 56. I do want to get back into this, but the reason I really haven't read too much of it is because I of course finished Two Twisted Crowns, but then I'm just really getting into Chain of Gold, and I'm now on page 145 of Chain of Gold, and guys, I'm absolutely loving it. I can't explain it, but Cassandra Clare's writing feels like home. I don't know why. I find a lot of comfort in the way she writes. I really love her writing style. I love her references. I love the way she creates characters. I love the worlds she makes. I just think there is a reason that she's probably like the biggest name in fantasy romance. Like, definitely her and Sarah J Maas will probably go head for head. Who's bigger? I can't figure out who is a bigger author. I mean, I can always Google it, but I like to guess myself. I feel like in more recent times, Sarah J Maas has probably taken the throne, but I think if we're talking overall, Cassandra Clare is potentially a bigger author. Like, has had more success. You know, there is a thing called the internet, and I really can Google this. Who's bigger? Sarah J Maas or Cassandra Clare? If you don't know, this is a spin-off series from the Infernal Devices. I love the Infernal Devices series. The Last Hour series is a bit more like drama-filled than the Infernal Devices. The Infernal Devices doesn't follow a big amount of characters. It only follows it really only follows 3 main characters and then like a few more sort of side characters. But this one follows many more characters, so there's a lot more going on, more storyline, more drama. It's set in, I would say, 1900s, like very early 1900s London. It starts off 1897, but then it goes to when they're a bit older. So I think, yeah, it goes just into 1900. Set in London, the writing is phenomenal. I love the characters, I love the world. I'm just really, really enjoying this book so much. So I'm gonna sit down, have my coffee, and do some reading for an hour.
I know a place where we can go and be alone. So come away with me, nobody has to know. Where we gonna go? I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with me. To run away with friends. We'll let them know we're safe later on.
Hello everyone, so reading update. I'm now on page 195 of Chain of Gold, and same feelings, still absolutely loving this book, loving the world, loving the characters, loving everything, loving the writing. So I read The Infernal Devices, I'm gonna say back in, I would say early April. Yeah, I'd say early April, so now it's early July. It's the first day of July? Second day? Second day of July. So it's been April, May, June, 3 months since I've read a Cassandra Clare book, and I've read a couple of fantasy romances since then. You can just tell by the writing style how good this woman is. I know I already said it, but just like, I don't know, I can't explain it. Her writing just speaks to me. I just think she writes characters and worlds so well. I don't know, they're just so believable to me. It's such a good like setting, like I'm loving it. For the last hour series, I'm just gonna paint you guys a picture. So picture Bridgerton, if you've seen the show Bridgerton, but then add fantasy. Add shadow hunters, demons, angels, all that kind of stuff. So more sort of badass elements, but the kind of universe that we're in, this sort of environment, is very Bridgerton. Like there's balls and there's like the high society of London and just like, you know what I mean? Like it's that vibe. And when I say picture Bridgerton, I mean the show, not the books. Picture the shows. If you like the shows and you like the sort of premise and kind of how they talk in the shows, you would really like this, but then just picture like a really cool fantasy sort of element. I hope I'm selling Cassandra Clare for you guys. I know City of Bones is not like that. City of Bones, sorry if you can hear my dishwasher. City of Bones is set in New York and more modern day. So that's different. Not City of Bones, Mortal Instruments. But The Infernal Devices is set in 18 something, more Victorian era. This is a little bit different. This is when we're like coming into a little bit more modern, but still like old-fashioned and, you know, balls and that kind of fantasy society in London. I feel like I'm explaining this really badly, but I just want you guys to read it. But do not read this series without reading The Infernal Devices. You cannot, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but do not start this series unless you've read The Infernal Devices. Now, you can read The Infernal Devices without reading The Mortal Instruments, and that's because The Infernal Devices is the prequel. It is the prequel to all of these books. Yeah, it's the prequel. So I never read The Mortal Instruments. I went straight into The Infernal Devices, loved it, and now I'm going to the Last Hour series. I might at some point read The Mortal Instruments because I do love Cassandra Clare's writing, but I feel like I know a lot of what's happened in it, to be honest, because it's been out for so long, it was so popular, I've been spoiled for a lot of things. But hey, I might do it. I might. Anyways, it is 8:02 p.m. I do need to take my dog for a walk, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of reading before that, and yeah. So update, I'm now on page 262 of Chain of Gold. Still absolutely loving this. When did I start this? I started this on Sunday. I listened to the first 2 or 3 chapters on audiobook, And now it is Wednesday, 3rd of July. What's really nice is this book is super floppy, and that's because my sister read this book before me. I lent it out to her. And it's really nice because it's kind of been like broken into. It's quite floppy and it's just so enjoyable to read. I am just loving this book. I really love the characters. I can't explain it, but I think I've already said this a million times in this video. Cassandra Clare just knows how to write characters. Very memorable characters, and like they're witty and they're funny, and there's really good banter between them, and like the friendships are really good, and she just so good at that. Cassandra Clare is also the queen of writing love triangles. She's really good at writing about a character having feelings, sort of different feelings towards two different people. And it's never in a way where you're like, oh my god, this character sucks for caring for two people. She does it in a way that you're like, oh my god, this poor character, like what are they gonna do with these emotions, or like how is this gonna pan out? I really have no idea. It was really good in The Infernal Devices. It'll be like the best love triangle I've ever read. I haven't read a lot of them, but I just think the way she executes it is chef's kiss. I made myself a banana, berry, and protein powder smoothie. Although as soon as you put berries in it, it just goes purple. You know, I should probably read Portrait of a Scotsman because it matches my smoothie. I feel like that's very cute. The hard thing is I'm actually really enjoying this book. Like I really, really am. But I'm just loving Chain of Gold, and it's all I kind of want to pick up. Got back from work about 20 minutes ago, so it's 5:20. I made a smoothie and I put my gym gear on because I really want to go to the gym tonight, and I know that if I don't get changed into my gym gear straight away, I'm probably not going to do it. I just put it on straight away, even though I'm not going to go for like a couple of hours. I'm just going to read for like an hour or so. Hello everyone. So it is currently Thursday, 4th of July. It is 10 past 5 p.m. and I'm very happy because I work from home Fridays and Mondays. So I will be working from home tomorrow, then it's the weekend, then I'm working from home Monday. So usually those are the 4 days that I get the most reading done. So it just makes me very happy. I know it's 5 p.m. but I think I'm gonna make myself a coffee. One of those people that can have coffee like a little bit later in the evening and it doesn't make me struggle to sleep. Maybe it does. I don't think so. I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm in the mood for a coffee, and then I'm gonna do some reading. Now, my heart really wants to read Chain of Gold. I'm on chapter 11, page 274. I really want to jump back into this, but I do think that I'm gonna do some more reading of Portrait of a Scotsman. Now don't get me wrong, I am really enjoying this book. It's just that I'm loving this book. Do you know what I mean? But I just fear once I finish this, I'm gonna want to buy the second book in the series, and then as soon as I do that, I'm scared that I'm gonna leave this one too long. And every time I like leave a book for too long, I always end up like not finishing it, which I really don't want to do because I'm really enjoying this book like a lot. But yeah, I'm just loving Chain of Gold. I'm on page 56 of Portrait of a Scotsman, so I think I'll make a coffee and read up to page 100 and then maybe go back to Chain of Gold because it's just so good. But yeah, anyway, enough talking. Let's make coffee and do some reading. Coffee is made. I love this mug. You know, I drew this mug. Isn't that very cute? Very cute. Anyways, I think I'm gonna put on like a playlist, but I think I'm gonna put it on the TV. like some sort of cozy, like instrumental fantasy romance sort of reading playlist. Like, I know Portrait of a Scotsman is not fantasy romance, it's historical romance. Oh no, do you know what I should put on for this? I think I'll put on the Bridgerton soundtrack, because I love the Bridgerton soundtrack. It is so beautiful. It's all like it's like a string quartet, and it covers like popular songs. Oh, I love the Bridgerton soundtrack. And this book is very much like, it's not like Bridgerton, but you know, it's a historical romance, Regency romance, so pretty similar. Hello everyone, so reading update. I am now on page 100 of Portrait of a Scotsman, and oh my god, the writing in this book, I love it. If you're someone that loves art or art history, like you're just fascinated by it, you will really love this book. You definitely will. Like just the way that the main girl talks about art and like her opinions and her thoughts. So far it hasn't really gotten into the romance properly. It's just about to start getting into the romance, but I just love the main girl. I love her thoughts, I love the way she thinks. Like I just really love her. She's so cute. So yeah, really enjoying this. I'm on page 100, so I'm a quarter through the book, and I also read one more chapter of Chain of Gold, so I'm now on page 302 of Chain of Gold. So I'm just a little bit over halfway through this book, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna end this vlog here because I'm just about to edit my June wrap up. I was gonna say July then. My June wrap up, so you will see that before you see this video. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching this sort of mood reading kind of vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!